And hey, we're going to clear up all of the rain here in time for trick-or-treating here tonight. Now, it isn't going to be nearly as warm as the last several days. We're essentially going to be in the 40s here through 6, 7, 8 o'clock tonight. Thankfully, winds begin to relax as we get into the latter half of trick-or-treating, so there's still maybe a minor wind chill factor here early on in the evening. But right now, we're kind of entering this drier stretch of weather here in the Quad Cities as the steady rains push to the east. You can see the I-80 at Brady camera bouncing up and down here quite a bit, zoomed in, but we do have a lot of wind on the way again today. So right now we're temporarily dry in the Quad Cities. We're going to have another round of showers, potentially rumbles of thunder here over the next couple of hours. We're still hanging on to the low 60s in Cedar Rapids and Waterloo, but notice those areas of blue. That cold front is sitting in central Iowa right now. This will arrive this morning, and behind it, winds begin to pick up from the west, and we'll see temperatures tumbling to the 40s and 50s here this afternoon. We'll have winds gusting to about 20 and 30 here right now. These will gust between 30 and 40 here during the midday, early afternoon. So the steady rain continues here from Sterling Rock Falls to Princeton to Kewanee. We're going to dry things out along I-74 here very shortly, all the way back to Burlington and Muscatine. But it's this band of showers that I'm going to keep a close eye on that's quickly approaching areas in Iowa City. This potentially strengthens here just a tiny bit, and you might be able to produce some strong wind gusts here as we get towards, say, 7 and 8 o'clock this morning. Special weather statements have been issued here north of Highway 30 until 6 o'clock here tonight, and the reason being winds are picking up here in wake of that front. We could see some gusts to around 40 and 45 miles per hour. So a really windy day, especially along in north of the I-80 corridor. You open this map up a little bit more, there's actually snow on the back side of it here in parts of western Minnesota and South Dakota. Now, this is nothing that is going to have an impact on our area in terms of precipitation, but again, in wake of this passing front, we're going to start to enter a much more typical stretch of temperatures here for us for late October and early November. So yes, we're down to the 50s here by 2 and 3 o'clock for trick-or-treating. We're down to the 40s as we clear our skies. Winds diminish here overnight, setting the stage for temperatures to cool down to the mid and low 30s here on Friday morning. So a freezing start here for the first day of November. We're back to the mid 50s here despite all that sunshine, but that's again pretty typical here for this time of year. We're dry for playoff football games here on Friday evening. Temperatures in the mid 40s, and then with those clear skies, we're going to cool things down to the 30s once again Saturday morning, and then we warm back up to the 60s here on Saturday afternoon. Notice clouds begin to increase late in the day, and then we're likely going to see widespread rain developing here Saturday night into the day on Sunday, and this is going to be a very soggy stretch of weather here for us from Sunday into early next week. In fact, over the next 5 days, we're looking at a widespread 2, maybe 3 inches of rainfall here across the QCA. So we've already picked up on our rain here this morning, so we're not concerned about that. You're dry Friday and Saturday, but again, Sunday into Monday is when we likely pick up the widespread rain. A little bit lighter here on Monday, but the deal is, even though we have the rain around, we don't cool things off. We're actually going to deal with a stretch of warmer temperatures.